The journey begins with a tiny drive-in in San Bernardino in the 1940s, where the McDonald brothers, Richard and Morris, were trying to make a basic promise come true: hot food, very fast. They stripped the menu to favorites and redesigned the kitchen like a factory line: one person on the grill, one on the fries, one on the shake machine. It was a short menu, a small building, and a big idea. If you cut waste and motion, you cut time and price. When traveling salesman Ray Kroc saw this system, he didn't just see burgers, he saw a blueprint that could be copied everywhere. In 1955, he founded McDonald's Corporation and began turning that one restaurant into a network. The Golden Arches became a road sign for consistency. If you saw the arches in a new town, you knew what the fries would taste like. That was the magic of the early years, a simple, repeatable experience. Growth then learned to scale without breaking the promise. McDonald's used franchising to spread quickly but kept control of the playbook, the layout of the kitchen, the specs for the patties, the timing on the fries. By focusing on systems, training, and a tight menu, the company could open in new states and, later, new countries with speed and confidence. Decades later, the map looks almost unbelievable. More than 40,000 restaurants, serving well over 100 countries, with the United States, China and Japan among the largest markets by store count. The exact tally moves with openings and refranchisings, but the picture is clear. The arches grew from a roadside sign to a global language. The modern growth story starts with a frank look in the mirror in 2020. McDonald's announced a plan called Accelerating the Arches, a way to organize the whole company around what actually moves customers. The shorthand became MCD: maximize our marketing, sharper brand moments and affordability, commit to the core, burgers, chicken, coffee, and double down on the D's: digital, delivery, drive-thru, and later, development. In plain words, tell clearer stories, make the classics better, and meet people wherever they order. This was not a slogan, it was a weekly operating guide that told teams how to spend and what to fix. You can see that guide in small, practical moves. The company went line by line on its patties, buns and assembly and launched the best burger effort, 50 tiny tweaks like toastier buns, meltier cheese, and juicier patties, rolling market by market. A burger still looked like a McDonald's burger, but it ate better. This wasn't a new product. It was the old promise tuned with care, because the core category still defines the brand. Digital then turned the kitchen into a control room. Drive-thru times got attention. The app made ordering and deals easier. Delivery slots were smoothed with better pacing. And loyalty stitched it together, so a family that visited often was recognized and rewarded. By 2025, McDonald's was talking not only about sales, but system-wide sales to loyalty members across 60 loyalty markets, tens of billions of dollars over the prior 12 months, a sign that known customers are now a material part of demand. This is what doubling down on digital means in practice, not just an app, but a flywheel where data, offers, and kitchen flow reinforce each other. The growth engine also keeps a careful eye on development, opening the right format, in the right place, with the right economics. Some markets build classic freestanding drive-thrus, others add smaller urban layouts, some push hard on kiosks and cash-accepting kiosks, all are meant to support faster ordering and more throughput. Even experiments get folded in. A splashy 2023-2024 pilot called Cosmix tested a beverage-focused concept. By mid-2025, coverage suggested McDonald's would wind down units in that test and carry forward what it learned about flavors and operations. In a company this big, pilots are the lab, and the core brand is the scale. Quarter by quarter, the numbers show steady, system-style progress. Through 2025, McDonald's reported global comparable sales growth and rising system-wide sales, with Q2 FY 2025 showing plus 3.8% global comps, plus 5% consolidated revenue growth and plus 8% system-wide sales growth, reported. The deeper point sits under the headline: value campaigns, marketing moments, and core menu upgrades are doing the hard work of keeping traffic and checks healthy in a slower consumer climate. Because every case study needs a quick mirror, here's a compact thought before we continue. Strengths: unmatched global scale and brand recognition. A simple, consistent core menu. Powerful MCD playbook, marketing, core, Ds, deep digital, loyalty engine and world-class drive-thru know-how. Weaknesses: exposed to swings in value perception and price sensitivity. Heavy dependence on franchise execution. Complexity across 100 plus markets means small missteps can echo. Opportunities. Best burger, global rollout, chicken share gains, digital, loyalty growth, new restaurant development in fast-growing regions, menu and kitchen efficiency upgrades. Threats. Intense competition for low-price meals, food, labor and energy inflation, regulatory shifts, nutrition, labor, data, changing consumer behavior that can move demand between channels. Now, back to the story. The strength of McDonald's growth journey is that it keeps returning to first principles. If customers say food should be hotter and tastier, the company fixes the cook, hold and build. If customers say value feels confusing, it rebuilds bundles so the price point is clear on a busy Tuesday. If customers shift to off-premise, it fine-tunes drive-thru and delivery pacing. When markets like the UK or India call for more locations, it invests in development. Strategy here is not a single bet, it's a rhythm of small, compounding improvements. Marketing is where that rhythm becomes culture. Maximize our marketing is more than catchy ads, it means pairing local insight with global icons, the Big Mac, McChicken, fries, and using recognizable rituals to push traffic. Promotions bend toward affordability when wallets are tight. Celebrity meals or regional flavors keep the menu playful without breaking kitchens. This is why the arches still feel familiar. The menu talks local, but the system works global. At the center of all this is the kitchen and the crew. The company's best ideas only work if the line is calm, stocked, and efficient. That is why so many innovations are really about seconds saved and errors avoided, clearer pickup zones, cleaner drive-thru audio, smarter prep sequencing, kiosks that accept cash for guests who prefer it, and the steady removal of small friction points like self-serve soda, phased out over time in the US, to make service more consistent. These sound small. Together they are the difference between a good lunch rush and a lost one. Of course, growth brings challenges, and they deserve plain words. Value perception can slip fast if prices move faster than incomes. In 2024-2025, leadership openly acknowledged the need to sharpen entry price offers, like limited time value bundles, when lower income guests pulled back. Competition never sleeps. Every market has rivals pressing on affordability, nuggets, or coffee. Digital attention is noisy. A great app still needs a reason to open today, not just yesterday's points. And no two countries are the same. Regulation, currency, import costs and labor laws can change the math in a month. The work of the system is to keep adjusting while holding the brand center tight. To see how the machine works on a normal day, imagine a city with 3 arches a few kilometers apart. Breakfast starts with drive-thru coffees and egg McMuffins. The app nudges repeat guests with a points bonus. Lunch brings carry-out and delivery waves. The line shifts to chicken and fries. Mid-afternoon, a student orders a deal through the app. A courier picks up a family bundle for a suburb. All of that demand flows through kitchens designed for speed. Fewer steps, clearer screens, tighter hold times. Loyalty tags bind the day together. By evening, a regular can redeem for a little treat without thinking. Nothing flashy, just a lot of tiny gears turning together. Because numbers anchor a story, here are key statistics. Latest snapshot, you can hold while reading. Global footprint, approximately 41,800 plus restaurants worldwide as of 2023, operating in 100 plus countries. The largest markets by store count include the US, China and Japan. Strategy: accelerating the arches, MCD, maximize marketing, commit to the core, double down on digital, delivery, drive-thru, and development. Product upgrade: best burger enhancements rolling out globally through 2024 to 2026. Q2 FY 2025 results: global comparable sales plus 3.8%, consolidated revenues plus 5%, system-wide sales plus 8% reported. Loyalty at scale: system-wide sales to loyalty members across 60 markets tilde $33 billion in the trailing 12 months to Q2 FY 2025, about $9 billion in the quarter. CEO, Chris Kempy-Szynski, also chairman. A case study also needs the rough pages. In some periods, customers drift from eating out to eating at home. Even when traffic holds, guests may trade down inside the menu. In others, labor costs rise faster than prices. In another, supply snacks stretch fry oil or bun deliveries in one region while another runs perfectly. And experiments don't always fly. Cosmic stirred interest, then was pared back. The strength of the system is not that it avoids stumbles, but that it absorbs them, adjusts offers, pace openings, move marketing to value, learn from pilots, and keep the core hot and reliable. What keeps the flywheel moving is discipline. McDonald's rarely chases fashion for its own sake. If a change doesn't speed service, improve taste, or clarify value, it usually doesn't last. That discipline is visible in the burger upgrades, the focus on chicken share, the quiet work on drive-thru flow, and the careful language of value. It's also visible in where the company spends, kitchens and digital first, then moments that make the brand feel